This is Valley News Live at noon.
We begin with breaking news. Rush Limbaugh, the influential conservative talk radio host, has died at the age of 70. His wife, Catherine Adams Limbaugh, announced his death at the beginning of his show on Wednesday. Now, Limbaugh was diagnosed with lung cancer in January, later revealing that it was terminal. Now on to more breaking news. The North Dakota Department of Health has now confirmed the first cases of the new COVID variant strain in North Dakota. The results were confirmed yesterday from an individual that had recently returned from a domestic trip before becoming ill, and the second individual was in close contact of the first. Officials say an additional case is suspected to be the UK variant and is currently under investigation. Now, Sanford's vice president reacted to the new variant, and we have his full interview starting at 4. Well, new for you at noon. Lawmakers in West Fargo have now extended the new mask strategy until May 3rd. Now, commissioners say the strategy strongly encourages the public to continue to wear a mask when unable to keep 6 feet of distance between others. Under the revised state plan and city strategy, businesses are strongly encouraged to establish a limit on the number of occupants allowed inside to 65% of capacity with a cap of 200 people. Businesses are also encouraged to implement social distancing practices and require all occupants to wear face masks. There is no penalty for not wearing or following the new mask strategy in West Fargo. People in Moorhead will need to be prepared for potential rolling blackouts for at least the next 48 hours. The city posted on Facebook saying they need to monitor the Southwest Power Pool energy alert situation. SPP has implemented 4 different levels for alerts, 1 being the lowest up to 4 being highest. Currently, SPP is in level 2. The city says at level 3, they will be doing rolling blackouts every half hour. Moorhead Public Service says the likelihood of entering level 3 today is unlikely, but not impossible. The city hopes to give as much advance notice if the blackouts have to start again. Well, today it's not as cold as it has been, but the flurries are coming down and covering the roadways. And we're here with forecaster Summer Snellbach to tell us all about it. Some of those roadways were slippery when I came back.
They were, even this morning on the way to work. So it's not as sunny today. It is a little warmer. And yeah, we are seeing those flurries still coming down across the Fargo area. Here's our Corman Auto Sky Cam here in South Fargo along I-94 and University Avenue. So we are not necessarily seeing these flurries on our satellite and radar due to the Mayville radar being out. That started yesterday and will be out for about 2 weeks. It is showing some flurry activity in the Southern Valley, but it doesn't necessarily show those flurries here in Fargo. So we definitely appreciate all your weather reports. Not quite as cold this morning. It was 6 below here in Fargo and Valley City, single digits below 0 across much of eastern North Dakota and the Southern Valley, teens below across the Northern Valley. It was still pretty cold across areas of north central Minnesota with those 20s below 0, but we are warming up nicely, single digits above across the board. And coming up, I'll let you know how warm we will get for the rest of the week and even into this weekend.
We'll make sure to stay tuned with you because today does feel better than the last few days.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Summer. Well, 7-year-old North Dakota boy is recovering at a Twin Cities burn center after a house fire in the Southern Valley. Officials say the call for a fire came in around 9 Sunday morning in Gwinner, which is in Sargent County. Sheriff Travis Pepper says the child's grandmother suffered burns and frostbite on her feet. Several pets died in the fire, including an iguana, and the home is considered a total loss. Officials believe the fire started near a space heater. The Bemidji Police Department wants your help in finding a missing teenage girl. 13-year-old Kiowa Hawk was last seen Saturday at the Walmart in town, and police say it appears she left in the area voluntarily. She was last seen wearing a red hooded sweatshirt and black Nike shoes. Minnesota is expected to pass a milestone this week by administering its 1 millionth dose of the coronavirus vaccine. Governor Tim Walz plans to lay out a strategy today to bring more middle and high school students back to the classroom. State health officials are reviewing new guidance by the Centers for Disease Control, which say in-person schooling can resume safely with masks, social distancing, and other strategies. Active duty military members are being deployed at 2 federally backed mass vaccination sites in California. 5 similar sites are set to open in Texas and New York in the next week. As David Bagnod reports from Los Angeles, the California sites are tested to see if improvements can be made before more of these vaccination centers open up.
This is overwhelmingly a Latino area in East Los Angeles, and it was specifically selected to be a vaccine site. Because COVID-19 has run through here like a raging wildfire.
Thank you, well done.
Woohoo! I'm excited.
Meet Susan Hernandez.
It's essential for me to get it because my father, who lives with me, has cancer. My husband is pre-diabetic, and I just don't want a death in the family.
Hernandez had COVID back in November. She has seen the toll the virus has taken on the Latino community. So far, Latino Californians only account for 16% of the people being vaccinated, while those who are black make up just 3%. White people lead the list at 32%. The sites in Los Angeles and Oakland are part of President Biden's plan to open 100 federally supported vaccine sites.
We called right away, and the person who answered to us, really nice people, in 5 minutes they made the appointments, and today we was here.
Wow, and look at you. You were car number 2.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, see, yeah.
What makes these sites unique is that these are all active duty military members deployed here to staff this site and administer the vaccines. One of the soldiers monitoring the rollout is Sergeant First Class Carlos Arona.
Right down the street right here, all the way at the end, is where my mother still lives. It's where I grew up.
For him, this mission is personal.
How does it feel to be back?
It actually feels good. It feels really good. I wish you could see the smile on my face right now.
Oh, I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm just proud to be here, helping out.
You know, Carlos was telling us he's done 3 combat tours, and never once did he think the military would deploy him to his hometown. His mother, by the way, is planning to get vaccinated here. She's going to sign up, and we're told it's fairly easy to do. You can go online or call a number, and for people who don't have access to the internet or a phone, that's why they're starting mobile vaccinations right here in this community next week. David Begno, CBS News, Los Angeles.
There are concerns within the Latino community that people who are undocumented may be arrested when they show up at a federally run vaccine site. But the interim administrator of FEMA tells CBS News the agency will not conduct immigration enforcement operations at or near vaccine sites. COVID-19 may be linked to abnormalities in the eye. French scientists studied 129 patients with severe COVID-19, all of whom had a brain MRI. 9 of the patients, or 7%, had noodles at the back of their eyeballs, and 8 of them had in both eyes. All but 1 had spent time in the ICU due to COVID-19. The researchers suggest that all patients with severe COVID-19 should undergo screening. Staying on top of the latest COVID vaccine-related information is easy. Just use our VNL vaccine tracker. To check it out, visit our website or simply open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen. Then tap the link that pops up. College football is back. The Bison will take on Youngstown State on Sunday for the first game of the spring season. The Farmers Union Insurance pregame show starts at 1:30, taking you all the way up to kickoff at 2:30. You can catch all the action on KVLY. Well, coming up at noon, one poet is overcoming a huge obstacle after delivering one of the most moving poems of all time. And the cold snap feels like it's gone, but the flurries continue. You can see on your Skycam. Weather up next to plan your day with forecaster Summer Snowbach.